Welcome. Today I'll be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing about the October 14th readings in A Little Time for Myself and Courage to Change. We'll begin with the Serenity Prayer in 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Begin with a little time for myself. October 14th. Just take a moment to look this over. The question of the day is, how does accepting help connect me with others? And the passage is kind of short but sweet about liking to help other people but not liking to accept help. Al-Anon helped show this person that accepting help is a sign of spiritual fitness, and that it's okay to help others from a place of serenity, and it's also really good to accept help with serenity. And today's reminder is explaining how we all need help every day from multiple people. And by accepting help, we're strengthening our connections with others. And accepting help can also help someone in their own recovery. Help the person, when you let someone help you, you may be helping that person in their recovery. And it says that asking for help is a sign of strength and courage, not weakness. So how does accepting help connect me with others? Well, for me, it goes hand in hand with humility, because when I realize that I am the same as everybody else, we're all equal, no one's better, no one's worse, then I am easily able to recognize that I need help all the time from the people at the electric company who are making it possible for me to make this video right now, to whoever helped print this book, to whoever made these glasses, made my clothes, made the soap I use, and the toothpaste, and the mail carrier who just delivered my mail, the person who drove my food to the supermarket so I could buy it and eat it. So when I realize how connected we are, it just seems natural that we help each other. So how does accepting help connect me with others? It's a very natural process. It didn't seem natural all the time, though, I must say. And I can see, excuse me, my nose is running, that by the way this person described initially not liking to feel that vulnerability, I think of it now as just like reality. We're all vulnerable all the time. And the more I realize that we need each other, just makes me feel more compassion and more gratitude. And I feel like only good comes from that. So, how does accepting help connect you with others? I like that reading. I like a lot of these readings. I'm really glad I got this book. Now we'll move on to Courage to Change, October 14th, and I'll just take a moment. This reading is about step 10. Step 10, for your information and mine, is continue to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. I love step 10. Excuse me. So this says that the things that this person needs to work on are prejudices, assumptions, self-righteous stances, and attitudes. And I mean, same. I mean, who doesn't need to work on those things if we're all being honest? That we don't know how everything should be done, that nobody knows how everything should be done. And thinking that we can run our life without trusting our higher power is also incorrect. So step 10 helps us to remember that taking a personal inventory and continuing to make corrections as needed keeps our recovery on track. So step 10 helps us from going backwards in our recovery. Keeps that when we practice step 10, we continue to move forward. We just promptly admit when we're wrong and do what we can to change. Yes, step 10 is wonderful because it keeps things moving in a positive direction. It's the constant encouragement that we're human, so we're expected to make mistakes, and the best thing we can do about that is to make amends in any way we can. Sometimes the only way we can make amends is to change our behavior in the future, and that's what I try to do. I try to learn from what doesn't feel good for me and try not to make it happen again. That doesn't mean that that's what happens. It means that that's what I strive for. We just played pickleball last night, and I keep making the same mistake over and over. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm just not improving in that way because the ball comes to me, and instead of moving toward it, I move back so it'll bounce. But sometimes I just miss it because it would be better if I moved forward, and I give up the point or whatever. It really doesn't bother me either way. But I keep making the same mistake over and over. Thank goodness it's just pickleball. It's just a game. It's when I'm interacting with people and I feel like I'm not behaving in a way that I can feel good about, that that, that in those situations I'm really motivated to change. And I can't, at this moment, I can't think of anything right now. I feel like all the lessons that I've learned I'm putting into practice. And currently, if I don't need to be involved, I just keep quiet and go about my business. And that's been really helpful to me, to know that I don't have to speak up. I don't have to talk at all if I don't feel moved to. And even if I do feel moved to, maybe I take a deep breath and see if I really feel like it's important. Because I feel like, I just feel like we're in a time where love, compassion, patience, calmness, these are very, very important. And I don't need to express everything that I'm thinking or everything that I think I'm thinking that I may change. I may feel a certain way, but that doesn't mean that another person is wrong. So I just try to be as peaceful and loving and compassionate as I possibly can. And a lot of times being quiet is the way for me to go, is the way for me personally to go. So that's what I've learned in step 10 recently when doing my step 10 work. And the beautiful thing is it changes all the time. So if I start to not feel that way, I can do things differently. But right now, that's what's working. That's courage to change. So we'll close out with the serenity prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.